The F-15 Eagle, a name that wasn't just an aircraft, but a declaration of power, of dominance, and the beginning of an era where the skies belonged to the United States. For the Soviet Union, it wasn't just a fighter jet, it was a warning about the future of warfare. During the Cold War, every technology was a battleground. Both the US and USSR knew whoever ruled the skies would rule the earth. And the first glimpse of the F-15 sent a shockwave through Soviet intelligence circles. The United States decided that air superiority would define its military identity. The F-15 was that decision brought to life. Speed, strength, and unmatched capability combined in one machine that declared loudly, "No one can catch us." The F-15 could reach Mach 2.5, more than 2.5 times the speed of sound. Soviet engineers kept wondering how such stability was possible at that speed. But the Eagle's engineering was simply a masterpiece. The F-15's ability to shoot straight upward into the sky was unheard of. It could breach the clouds within seconds. This terrifying climbing power shook Soviet pilots to the core. The AN/APG-63 radar was decades ahead of its time. It could detect enemies hundreds of kilometers away. For Soviet pilots, it was nothing short of a nightmare.
The F-15's radar was so powerful that MiG fighters were being tracked long before they even saw the Eagle. The fight was over before it began. The F-15 carried AIM-7, AIM-9 Sidewinder, and the AIM-120 AMRAAM. This weapon combination exposed the weaknesses in Soviet air defense doctrine. The F-15 was designed to take sharp turns in small airspace. Its banking, rolling, turning radius, and stability made it nearly unbeatable in close combat. Whenever Soviet pilots discussed the F-15 during training, their voices carried fear. They knew that if war came, the skies would no longer belong to them. The Soviet Union was forced to accept one undeniable truth. The F-15 has never been shot down in air-to-air combat. This wasn't just a statistic. It was a roar heard around the world. Israel used the F-15 to shoot down more than 100 enemy aircraft. Moscow realized that this wasn't a fighter jet. This was a skyborne monster. The USSR believed the MiG-25 would counter the F-15, but it was too heavy, hard to maneuver, and outdated. The F-15 outperformed it in every category.
The U.S. media promoted the F-15 as the Sky Dominator and Air Superiority King. This psychological push increased pressure on the Soviets. The F-15 systems were so advanced that the pilot was never alone. Its computers, sensors, and warning systems all worked together to crush any threat. Soviet think tank reports repeatedly concluded that the F-15 had widened the technological gap far beyond the USSR's reach. The F-15 wasn't just fast, it was always ready. Maintenance, fueling, arming, everything took less time. This readiness terrified Soviet commanders. Its shape, wings, and intakes were crafted for maximum agility. Soviet designers knew they were years behind this level of aerodynamics. Wars would no longer be won by numbers, but by technology. Compared to the F-15, the Soviet Air Force looked outdated, slow, and stuck in the past. The Soviet Union collapsed, but the fear of the F-15 still exists in Russian aviation schools. The Eagle didn't just win battles. It changed history and proved that superior technology can shake an entire superpower.